Mercedes isn't rolling out a couple of new cars, it's unleashing an entire strategy. A faster-charging CLA EV, a brand-defining electric GLC, a track-obsessed AMG GT track sport, a roofless PureSpeed limited to the lucky few, and even an AMG E53 Wagon headed to US buyers. It's luxury, performance, and electrification, colliding. But with so many models, which ones actually deliver, and which are just expensive headlines? Stay with me, because by the end, you'll know exactly which new Mercedes deserves your attention, and which one might surprise you most. Mercedes has built its reputation on blending prestige with innovation, and the 2025 to 2026 rollout is its clearest statement yet about where the brand is going. At the accessible end, the new CLA EV is designed to be a true entry to electric luxury, fast to charge, premium to sit in, and smart in all the right ways. At the other extreme is a pair of attention magnets from AMG, the PureSpeed, a roofless, windshieldless celebration of motorsport minimalism, and the GT Track Sport, a track-focused GT that looks ready to chase records. Between them sits the GLC EV, arguably Mercedes' most important electric vehicle yet. It takes a best-selling nameplate and reimagines it for the EV era. Add in the AMG E53 hybrid wagon, bringing back fast wagon charisma to the US. A stylish AMG CLE Coupe for drivers who want two-door theater without supercar pain. The CLA Shooting Brake for Europe, and even a retro-styled G-Class stronger than the 1980s limited edition. And you've got a full spread of choices. Why does this matter in the US? Because Tesla, BMW, and Porsche are pressing hard on EVs and performance. Mercedes' answer isn't one car, it's a portfolio, meant to win the school run, the road trip, and the racetrack. Let's break them down quickly, then drive deeper. CLA EV, 2026 US. The electric CLA is the gateway drug to Mercedes' future. Built on the new MMA platform, it uses 800-volt hardware for ultra-fast charging. Think 10 to 80% in the low 20-minute range under ideal conditions, with claimed 320 kilowatt peak rates. Range targets hover around the mid-300s miles depending on spec. Inside, it's all about the vibe. A panoramic display, ambient lighting that shifts with drive modes, and a cabin that feels tech lounge instead of entry model. It's the one most shoppers will actually test drive. GLC EV, debuting 2025 IAA. This is the mainstream play. The GLC is already a top seller. The EV version aims to keep it that way with a 94.5 kilowatt-hour pack, 800-volt architecture, AWD, approximately 483 horsepower, and 400-plus miles WLTP, expect 300-plus EPA. It rides on the new MB.EA underpinnings and, crucially, looks like a Mercedes first and an EV second, exactly the pivot buyers asked for. If Mercedes nails price and charging curve, this becomes the default luxury family EV. AMG PureSpeed, Mythos Series, limited 250, a drama bomb, no windshield, a motorsport-style halo bar, SL63 roots, V8 Thunder, and just 250 units worldwide. It's an art piece you can drive, a love letter to the 300 SLR and F1 safety tech. You won't daily it. You will frame it. AMG GT Track Sport. Concept preview. Think of it as the GT turned up to record attempt. Massive aero, swan neck wing vibes, and the promise of a V8 pounding laps for time. Officially, concept. But AMG says it previews an expansion of the GT family, so yes, they're serious. AMG E53 Hybrid Wagon, 2026 US, because adults deserve fast toys too. A turbo inline-6 plus E-motor teams up for 577 horsepower, 604 horsepower on race start, 0 to 60 in a claimed 3.8 seconds. Space, pace, and subtlety. The cool parents' Mercedes. AMG CLE 2026. For coupe loyalists, the AMG CLE brings style and real speed. The AMG Enhanced Inline 6 makes 443 horsepower with electric assist, and the packaging is pure two-door theater without supercar price or scarcity. CLA Shooting Brake, Europe 2026. A sleek electric wagon for markets that love long roofs. Single motor efficiency or dual motor traction, and timing that aligns with the CLA sedan rollout. Not US-bound sad face, but a strong signal of Mercedes' electric variety. G-Class, stronger than the 1980s, limited. Retro lenses, amber indicators, plaidish flavor, and the square-jawed charm that made the G iconic, wrapped over modern G 550 hardware. Limited units, instant collectible. And one more curveball from the Skunk Works. AMG GTXX concept just blitzed endurance records at Nardot with tri-motor electric fury, 25 records in a single campaign, previewing AMG's EV ambitions. It's not a showroom car, but it tells you exactly where AMG wants to take electrified performance. Okay, lineup scanned. Now, how do they actually feel? Paper specs are nice. Real roads tell the truth. CLA EV first. Tap the throttle and you get that instant, elastic shove. Quick enough that the 0 to 60 numbers feel almost beside the point. The cabin stays calm, the steering's tidier than previous small Mercs, and the tech UI finally feels intuitive. Push it, and you'll hear some road roar and notice the rear quarters aren't limo-like. But as an everyday luxury EV, the balance is right. GLC EV is the sanity check. It drives like a Mercedes crossover should, planted, quiet, and confident. The powertrain's smooth, regen is predictable, and the ride reads expensive. If the EPA range lands north of 300 miles and pricing doesn't overreach, this becomes the default pick for a lot of US families moving to electric. Then, the AMG stuff. The PureSpeed is theater on wheels, no windshield, all sensation. It's not a numbers car, it's an experience car. The GT Track Sport, on the other hand, feels bred for lap times. Aero you can feel, a V8 that hammers home exits, and a chassis that invites you to brake later, turn faster, and trust the grip. On a good surface, it's addictive. On a bad surface, it reminds you this is a focused tool. The surprise hero? The AMG E53 Wagon. It sprints like a sports car, cruises like a luxury car, and swallows life like an SUV. It won't trend on TikTok like the PureSpeed, but it might be the one you'd actually want to live with. Turning point. Mercedes isn't hedging. It's doubling down. EVs where they matter most. Visceral AMGs where reputation is made. Some models will be rare and pricey. Others will be the new daily standard. The question is, which one fits your life? Here's the verdict. If you want a stylish, attainable entry to electric luxury, the CLA EV belongs on your shortlist. Fast charging, premium feel, modern software, watch pricing and rear space, but the fundamentals are right. If you need a family EV that still feels like a Mercedes, the GLC EV is the one to beat, assuming the US range and price land where Mercedes hints. It's the model with the most to gain and the most to lose because of its nameplate. If you crave raw emotion and exclusivity, the AMG PureSpeed is poster car material. Ultra-limited, deliberately impractical, unforgettable. If you want lap-time focus and old-school V8 charisma, the GT Track Sport preview shows AMG's petrol heart still beats hard. If you want a one-car solution, fast, useful, and low-key cool, the AMG E53 Wagon is the sleeper hit. And if you want two-door flair without supercar pain, the AMG CLE scratches that itch. Europe gets the CLA Shooting Brake for long roof lovers. US fans can look on with envy. Retro fans? The G-Class, stronger than the 1980s, is a collectible with real personality. Big picture for the US. This lineup shows Mercedes is done treating EVs like a side project. It's integrating them into the core, while letting AMG keep the flame alive. That balance is what could shape the next decade of luxury performance. So, which one matches your life right now? Tell me in the comments. If this helped you sort the lineup, hit like, subscribe to Autaxa, and drop the model you want me to deep dive next. GLC EV range tests, CLA EV charging reality check, or a wagon versus SUV showdown with the E53. Your pick.